It was one of the big stories, certainly in the entertainment world this past week. The cyber breach of A-list Hollywood stars and supermodels in nude, personal, sometimes embarrassing shots that went out to the world on the internet. So we wanted to talk this morning about cybersecurity, especially as it concerns the cloud, that mysterious place where your photos and email and Lord knows what else goes to live far away from your devices and often far from your control. So we have Sandra Schneider, the founder and CEO of Security University, joining us this morning to break it all down for us. Sandra, great to have you here. You do important work for the Defense Department. Most of you work in Washington, so you know of what you speak, and we appreciate it. So first of all, a real basic definition of the cloud. What is it?
Servers sitting, waiting for information. Basically, Verizon, AT&T,
Amazon,
any provider that's holding your information has rows and rows and stacks of servers.
Server farms, they even call
Absolutely.
them. And I guess all this became necessary a few years back because devices just can only hold so much. And so everybody said, well, what a great idea. We'll just send it off to this third.
Let's back it up somewhere.
Yeah, to this backup place. Well, much to the chagrin of these famous people this past week, over 100 of them, I think, extremely intimate photos were sent out to the public. I know that I'm sure that a lot of movie stars and supermodels are watching this show right now, but we want to talk about, regular folks. So let's just go ahead. I'll tell you what, let's do this, Sandra. Let's start off with a selfie of you and me, and we'll go ahead and kind of take it from there. Okay, you ready?
Ready.
All right, there we go. All right, turned out good. There it is right there. Is this on the cloud?
Not yet.
But it will be?
Possibly as soon as you walk out of here and your phone updates because it has a sync mechanism, depending on how you set it.
Right. Assume it does.
Like that.
That just is mind-boggling to me, Sandra. I mean, this is my information. This is you and me. This is my phone.
But if you drop your phone and all your data goes bad, or you need to change phones, it's there. So it's not a compromise. You're going to move your data to keep it secure, but is it secure?
Well, that's the question that people will then have: is what kind of choice do I have about whether things that go into the cloud, into a third-party environment, versus always being able to keep it here on my own? There are more choices than people think they have. Tell us about that.
Well, the first choice would be, as soon as you take a photo, to remove it, so that when you sync, you're not syncing it to a cloud. So that's the first
Remove
thing.
it, like email it to yourself and then take it off your phone, something like that?
Correct.
Okay.
Or just back it up to an external hard drive. So when you connect it to your laptop.
You got your own backup.
Absolutely. So locally backing it up is really great. And carrying a small hard drive today, they're really small, you can easily capture all of your photos and carry them with you.
How do you opt out of what are basically these automatic updating systems?
It's a setting on your cell phone.
And where or how?
You just go into settings, and then it'll say data storage, data backup. Each one of the systems, each one of the phones are unique, but there is just a checkbox: do not sync.
What do you think? I mean, do you believe that people should be more conscious of this? In your experience, are you finding that people basically have no clue about how available their information is out there?
For people like our client, the Department of Defense, they are not allowed to bring in their phones to work because it would automatically sync to those networks. So it's very important. It's not just your personal information, but anything corporate. If you have email, do you have corporate emails on here?
Yeah.
Would it be sensitive to say that?
Of course.
Okay, so when you leave your offices, you just can't turn off your phone because it's in the air. All the data is coming whether you want it or not. So,
it's just
and it can go,
mind-boggling.
depending, I could be sitting on the street, Target, Home Depot, all of those are point of sale hacks.
Yes.
But the breach at TJ Maxx was wireless. And it was a guy sitting in the parking lot with the correct software to download what he saw in the air, which is all in clear text. And that's the other thing. When people say password, a password is in clear text. The moment you start to type, it goes in clear text to the device or to the device's device, like the iCloud.
In the short amount of time we have left, what is the one thing people can do to make sure that they keep control of their own photos, information, and not have it be eligible to be hacked?
I'm going to give you two things. The first thing is that there's a product out there from Strikeforce Technologies called the Guarded ID, that on your browser, when it's green, when this little green light is on, it automatically, securely moves data without anybody having the capability to take it. That's number one. You can also do it mobile. So you can have the Guarded ID mobile application in here. So you can download an application that does that. And you can put, I'm not sure if this is going to fit.
Yeah.
But you can put
The
it
iPhone would fit
in a, exactly, you can put it in a secure device so that anything that would be sensitive, this is from Privacy Case, and these guys make these really great cases. Put your name and information on them.
You know, we're out of time. We could talk for hours about this.
Yes.
The important thing is people just have to know what their vulnerabilities are, and you got to study up on it a little bit. If you let the big computer companies, Apple and Google, lead the way, you're going to be in the cloud, and who knows what's going to happen then.
It's really important to ask questions where your data is.
Sandra, thank you so much for coming in.